Hello? Is anyone there? Um, give me one moment, please. Let me just unmute myself to my guests so they can actually hear me talking now. But I haven't changed the scene yet because I'm gonna have to do something on stream. It's like a UNL show actually already. Because hi, I'm Erys and this is Boosted Bozos, and you can see to my right, straight in front of me, there's no one there, but there is someone there. He can introduce himself in one moment if I just press window capture here. This is funny. Okay, here we go. Now this is gonna be scary. Okay, there he is. If you want to introduce yourself, Dabis, say hi to the people.
Hi, I'm Dabis.
Any
Mostly just an internet random, although pretty good friend of the host, I would say,
Hell yeah, this
and
is a
also a LPL beginner. I'm uh, I'm trying to understand this region and the intricacies and such.
Well, first question: is it going well? Are you understanding the region?
Yeah, this is pretty much the first year where I pretty much started watching seriously from this split onwards. Previously, it was just the occasional stuff when nothing else is on. LPL. Okay, let's go. But this time,
It's now serious.
now it's serious
Oh my god.
because yeah, I mean, LPL is the new hotness. This is what you want to watch if you want to watch fun League of Legends.
Of
This is the place to
course.
be.
Of course it is. If you want to learn how to lose your mind in 2 minutes, this is the place to be. It's a drug that just keeps on giving, and I really hate it sometimes. And I really hated it today when I was half asleep streaming my IG watch along, and I just look up and I see, oh yeah, IG are in the enemy jungle. Guess it's fine. I look up next minute, we lost the game. LPL for you. Anyway, so first of all, I want to ask, what is your past experience with the LPL? Like, did you? You're saying you're new now, but did you catch any games back in the day? Any goings on OMG or any God V's?
Uh, yeah, when I started watching LoL esports, then yeah, it was like season 3 was when I really started watching. So back then it was just pretty much Western League of Legends exclusively. So any region, especially China, felt like a mythical land where there are players, but
They exist.
they exist, but you don't know who they are, or you don't know pretty much anything. It's yeah, pretty much Worlds was the only event where I was exposed to China as a region. And then
Okay.
I learned who Uzi was eventually because yeah, that's everyone
MSI?
knows who Uzi is, right?
Was it MSI where you learnt him, or was it before MSI? You know the MSI
Yeah,
hero.
but before MSI because he was
Okay.
like season 3 was that was Uzi already
Okay.
wreaking havoc in the ball lane.
Playing the game how Koreans didn't want it to be played. so, so you mentioned Uzi. I mentioned Godfrey and Gogoing. Obviously, so 2013. You're saying that's like the first time you ever you recognize Uzi as Uzi, but was it what is it like? I'm trying to word this. Like a favorite team from back in the day. Like okay, I would say 2017 classifies as back in the day now because we are like a long time away from 2017. If you want to go for that cop out 2017 RNG answer or whatever, or the 2018 RNG answer. I don't think I'll allow 2018. I think it's a bit too soon. So no IGs for you. But is there a team that you just looked at and you were like, yeah, I really like them. They're just a really fun team and interesting team. if there isn't, you don't have it. You can just say.
Yeah, at the beginning, it was mostly just the individuals. I didn't really look at the teams. So
So no LGD.
any team,
2015s.
any team that Uzi was on, I was paying attention. I was interested, even when Uzi was on OMG at one point.
Oh my god.
That happened.
Yep.
Then eventually, once I grew up as a fan, and started paying attention to what was happening outside of Western stuff, I opened my eyes and I saw, wait, LPL has more than one player. But I even then I still didn't really appreciate the league in its entirety. I just mostly whoever was on top then. I mean, just like anyone else, I was there to watch, but anything outside of that, not really.
So just individuals. So which kind of leads me on to my next question. Other than Uzi, is there any like one of those LPL legends where you're like, I like this guy, just like this guy? Because there's been a lot of players in LPL, like, but there's been a lot of famous ones. I think one for me stands out, San. People will be like, oh, why'd you like San? It's just, I don't know. I look at him and I'm like, I like you. You're a good player. I enjoy watching you play League of Legends. And I think that's how I decide how I like most players, to be fair. Which isn't good, but I will go to hell and back to say they're a good player. So yeah, San's a very good player. That's OMG, by the way, if anyone didn't know. And also you should check him out. San's a pretty cool guy. Hopefully. Do you have anyone or?
All right, I think this may sound like I'm just sucking up to the host who's an IG fan.
Okay,
but
pause, champ.
Personally, I just have a lot of admiration for Rookie as a player.
He does count as a legend as well because he's been here since.
Yeah,
he
definitely is. At this point, he has to be counted as one. I mean, he came into China when it was not hip to go to China as a Korean player. Like that was before Korean imports started becoming a common occurrence in China.
Well, Rookie literally just...
It was a pretty big risk.
He literally just won LCK, I think it was summer or spring, and just said, you know what? Peace. And then just went straight to China with Kakao. And they had a lot of fun in 2015. And then he didn't have a lot of fun for a while. And that's really sad. But, Rookie is a king. He is the greatest player in LPL. And I will go to hell and back with that point. But, so is it just Rookie? Is there no... Is there no Zatais? Any no Zatai fans? That would make me happier.
I mean, I can't say I don't recognize the name, but yeah, I mean,
you didn't watch enough of him. Yeah, it makes sense. Like he was a IG player for a long time, and then you might have probably seen more of his games on RNG when he was the top laner.
Yeah, RNG too.
Yeah, they had Let Me as well. RNG and top laners, man. What a nice combination and mashup of players that would just do things. And Xiao, who is now a top laner on RNG, so he goes into that category of good RNG top laners. But I wanted to ask, like, okay, so in LPL, the term boosted bozo is a very common term. I would say on LPL Twitter, I kind of stole it from iCrystallization. If she's watching or ever sees this clip, thank you for using that term so much on my timeline that it's ingrained into my memory now because it checks out so well for this league. Boosted bozo, just everyone is. The Shy is the biggest of them all. But there's also other fable terms such as LPL Baron. Now, I know you've seen one this week from watching, but I wanted to ask, what is like before you saw it happen? Have you seen it happen before? Like, other than clips, have you watched the game live and seen it happen? That's a hard question to ask, but, like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you tell someone LPL Baron, they're going to be like, what do you mean? What's an LPL Baron? And you explain it to them, they still won't understand it. Like, you just have to see it. It has the one before. I know there's like one clip that I posted. I think you've probably seen it with the IG Baron, where it was just like they went for 14 fights constantly, but
Yeah.
but there was a lot last year.
I may have seen it before, but never really, I never really
took-
fully comprehended
what happened?
what it entails.
I
Now, I just fully get it. I understand now what it means to LPL Baron.
that was
That was something else.
Rogue Warriors going for the Baron and then just absolutely face planting to an Olaf that was at Krugs, the other side of the map, like bot side Krugs, was one of the funniest things I've seen. I saw this week, like Harrow like staying on Baron, and it was just like, oh please hit Baron, and the rest of the team were like, nah, peace, bro. And then they even throw the lantern to him, and he's like, no, I'm not taking it. I'm dashing behind the Baron. It was just like, yeah, if that isn't an LPL Baron, I don't know what is an LPL Baron. But so you've got the fabled term of LPL Baron now. You've witnessed the Shy's beautiful top lane champ pool. Trust me, I don't think anyone else has a champ pool like him. He is just incredible. But other than that LPL Baron, has there been any favorite moments of yours? I would say maybe this season, and we'll throw in last season because recent memory of like just LPL in general that I think some of the viewers might want to check out if they are new to the LPL as well. Because I mean, this season there's been already like we're not even a week in, and there's been the LPL Baron. There's been Shun just going off. In one series. I'm not gonna say what happened this week today. LWX and Kaiser. Holy crap! If anyone here is everyone here should know FBX 2019 World Champions. They have Naguri now, so they have the 2020 World Champion top laner in their team, which is broken as hell and should be broken. But last year they had a really bad year. But so LWX has been always, everyone said it was, nah, he ain't it. But everyone in LPL was like, he can be it. He can be that X Factor. And honestly, if you haven't seen the FPX series from, I think, yesterday, oh my god, please go watch it. And please just understand how good LWX actually is. He has this most insane outplay on Kaiser that it's just like, nah, bro. Why didn't you pick Kaiser for your war skin? Why did you pick Vayne? But other than me screaming about LWX, is there a moment for you?
For this season? I feel like I've enjoyed the first IG series the most so far because it was like it was beautiful to watch IG just
BIG
pick apart
the
other team so well, like with jungle mid working so nicely in unison. Then you had like the crazy plays all around, the one shots.
I mean,
the constant, controlling the objectives so well. All those dragons that,
it was beautiful League of Legends to watch. Just how it was happening. I was just sat there like in awe, like, oh, this is the team I support. Wow, I was expecting another like questionable players like what happened today, but that I agree, that was a very good series. And also that happened over in LCK with T1 dismantling Hanwha in the first game, which was kind of interesting to see that two regions, not far apart, both bring in some young players. Oh, IG only really bring. Oh, they brought in Wink. Wink's a young player-ish. He's been around for a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to see that two top orgs dismantled two pretty good teams. Like Hanwha, you can't say are a bad team, but that is an LPL, and they don't fight enough for my liking. LCK don't do it. But then again, LPL this season, it's been a bit slower. I mean, the first IG game today, it was four kills to 1 for about 20 minutes, and or like 10 minutes maybe, but it felt like an hour. It felt too long. But just to finish this segment of getting to know Dabis and his LPL experience, I asked you to watch BLG versus E-Star. Now, just a bit of history. BLG or Bilibili Gaming, they had Kuro 2 years. Was it last year or 2 years ago, or was it Fofo last year? Or
It was Fofo.
It was I think it was Fofo. Yeah, and Kuro's the year before because that's when I knew BLG because Kuro just bodied someone, and I was just like, holy crap, this guy's good. Obviously, Kuro is Kuro, but so a lot of people don't really know BLG. They don't know. I don't think a lot of people know E-Star. Period, because E-Star came into the league last season. They had a really insane spring split on the back of Crying and Wink just popping off. Shalsey as well. Their jungler Away, who's now on RNG, and the top laner I forgot the name of, but he was good. They were a good team. And then summer RNG said, "Give us back Crying." They obliged. They went, "Yes, Mr. RNG, take our good players." And then they fell off a cliff and just did what everyone expected them to do. So they look to bounce back this time. They've got a little bit of changes to their roster. Obviously, Winker's left and joined IG. So, and also at BLG, they've got a pretty good roster. They've got aiming now in the bot lane. But is there any key points that you want to talk about that you found as a new LPL fan that was like, this is interesting and I really like this, or like, oh, I don't like this at all?
I think that series perfectly demonstrated how Chinese teams, like LPL teams in general, are just willing to pull the trigger at the first. I mean, it's not like this is like completely boneheaded pulling the trigger like whenever, but they pull it the instant they think the play is good, and that usually means the play is good because the other team is not really prepared for it. And man, game two especially, it was just that kind of bot lane differential is frankly just illegal. Aiming was something else this series. He was playing his heart out, like in general. Like also Viper, man, Korean 80 carries in China.
Yeah,
They
found
have their second,
they found the rhythm that they've needed. Viper,
their second wind.
Yep. But Viper wasn't playing in our series, Dabis. That's illegal of you to talk about. It's nice, okay. But so aiming is is a big talking point for you. Well, aiming came over from KT last season after one of the, I think, worst splits we've seen of KT, which is KT, but that wasn't fun. So he came over. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of but did you have expectations for the game? Like, I know, like, these aren't two big names, and that was the whole point of this experiment, and it's gonna be something we're gonna do in a minute as well. We're gonna pick the next for the next game for the next person to watch. But so it's like you get told, okay, watch BLG versus E-Star. Now, I know you love to study League of Legends, and like watch League of Legends. So to you, that's like, okay, cool. I get to watch something different. But it was like, what were your expectations going into the game, and were any of them met, or was it just like completely different? Like you said, like the willingness just to go, we fight now for this Raptors. It's mine.
Frankly, I expected a game or a series that wasn't very well thought out from start to finish because like both teams are going through a rebuild, a major rebuild. Like BLG's has like 3 or 4 new players. Same can be said for a squad like E-Star. But then again, yeah, I did think that BLG was going to take it eventually because you still have those talents that are quite pretty damn good players in that team. You have Meteor in the jungle.
Yes.
You have Bu coming in from Victory 5. Yeah, they're no slouches. Like an E-Star, they're picking up some rookies, quite untested. So they're probably going to be at somewhere at the bottom. Once again, it's just going to take some time for them to actually develop. So yeah, I did expect BLG to take it. but the manner in which they fought was something that really impressed me. Like aiming was pretty much almost exclusively pressing R on Jin just to start fights, and yeah, that is not something every Jin player does in my eyes. Like that was really cool to see.
And also aiming in Korea, bit known for aggression, but I don't think he did that a lot in Korea last season, or like just period. I'm trying to think. From every time I've seen aiming, he's been quite passive in lane. They fought, and it's been very Korean. Like the quote LCK, like they don't fight. They just take the time and they just out macro you and outthink you. Like they zone control you away from things. And like obviously Korea now they've started to fight a lot more, but again like still it's just not like, oh, the scuttle crab's up. Okay, everyone TP's bot. We have a 5-man fight in the Drake pit, and like the Drake kills us all. Like that's an LPL fight. The LCK's got a long way to come to that. Whereas players like aiming, Viper, and I think this is good to talk about actually. Imports, players like I'm trying to think. Players that came over and just leave straight away. Cacao, quite early on, he came over for like half season, or like, and then he's gone. And then like there's other players, Peanut, who was good. Peanut was very good in the LPL, but he wasn't good. He just wasn't good at all. But I mean that whole JDG team just did LGD team just did LGD 2015 all over again. But like imports are a very big thing. Now I know me and you like to talk about, and a few of our friends also talk about imports in NA and how when we could build a team around these new NA youngsters. But no, let's sign this 30-year-old European because haha, we have money. But that's like imports take a while to adapt. So like Viper and players like Naguri, who's also performed really well and aiming, it's really just interesting to see that these players just came over and they're like, cool, I'm here now. They're not like waiting like a month to do something.
I think I have an analogy to this, but I don't think it's one. I mean, it might be a bit crazy, but
Go
just
for
hear
it.
me out here.
Go for it.
I feel like these Koreans coming into China are like, these really sheltered kids
Okay.
who go into college and for the first
Oh,
time they're not being supervised by their parents, and
that makes sense. That makes so much sense.
and that is just a
And
recipe for chaos. And I feel like these Koreans,
yeah,
when it's not as strict of a style in terms of just doing things by the book, rotate here, don't fight here, don't fight yet, wait, no. In China, you can
oh,
let your instincts go a little bit.
oh, you want to just 1v1 this guy under his turret? Do it. As
And we all
more,
know Korean players are, they're not bad mechanically. In fact, they're extremely good,
yeah,
especially the top tier players.
and when you
So it all just makes sense.
say don't think, fight, they just go wild. We're talking about 1v1ing of the tower and stuff like that. Shout out to Mole after he got beat by Shanks. Came out in the second game today. I don't know if anyone saw it, but that V5 WE series. Oh my god, I almost forgot the name of WE. Big Team World Elite. Their mid laner Shanks. He might have got the better of V5 Mole. Mole came out in the second game and said, "Hey buddy, I know you're a rookie, but I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill you again, and now I'm just gonna run around the map and threaten to kill everyone else because I killed you twice. I'm angry at you." And that is a fabulous way to summarize what the LPL is. This guy's angry, he's gonna kill me, and that is how it should be and always should be. But we spoke about Easter and BLG, we talked about Korean imports, but now it's time to pick. We're gonna unveil the wheel. Now, if you know anything, you should understand the wheel is all encompassing. The wheel has all power. The wheel decides the fate of everything. And the wheel is going to decide the fate of my next guest. It could be Dabis. It could be anyone, really. Of who is going to be picking or what game we are going to be watching. Now, I'm not sure if the stream... Let's see. Oh, that is the wrong screen. Yes. Okay, good. I pressed it. Now, you can't see Dabis' face because I might have forgot to add him in. But we're only here to click and spin. I can add Dabis in later on when we do our jersey tier list, because that is to come. And while this is spinning, if you like the show, please leave some comments in chat, questions in chat about LPL, about anything, about us, if you want to do that. As I click spin now, it's gonna pick. LNG versus TT, the best name in LPL. Let's give it a round of applause. Incredible. So, whoever's coming on, get ready to watch an absolute banger of LNG versus TT. Now, if you don't know who TT are, they are DMO, or the old DMO. They are now called Thunder Talk Gaming. Now, that is a good name. I do enjoy a name like that. And their logo is a little guy with a TT face, which is fun and enjoyable. But yeah, that's for next week. So whoever's watching, and if you want to come on as guests, just please let me know. Make sure you get ready to watch that. I forgot when these games are. I just picked 3 games, random ones, and I was like, let me pick the random ones again. At least it isn't E-Star, who was also on that list again. And I think BLG were also on that list. Or was it someone on LGD? Which is all cool. It's all encompassing. It's all... So, yeah. We'll move on. So, back to Dabis. Back to our conversations. Back to our talks. Dark Horse teams. Now, who do you have winning the LPL this season? And it can't be one of the top 5 favorites, maybe one of the top 6 favorites. It has to be someone a team you're looking at. And now I know you've only seen a limited amount of games, but you look at them and you go, you could win this. Because we all know when regular season IG, very good. Playoff IG, terrible. It's the same with other teams. Like, some teams are just crap in regular season, they get to playoffs and they just go superhuman. Like, that's the LPL and that's how it works. So, I wanted to ask, who do you have that isn't like a top 5 favorite winning the LPL? Please, let me know. Personally, I would put down Rare Atom because I just love their team. They're just a cool team and I love their logo. But they're not going to win LPL, honestly. If Rare Atom win the LPL, I would genuinely dye my hair purple in the same color as their logo. And I'm down to do that whenever. Some thinking here. You can hear the brain cogs moving.
Wait, is EDG included in that list?
Wait, let me think. I said top 5, so I'm thinking IG,
They may
FPX,
be.
TS, JDG, and... Oh yeah, I said TS, right? Good. Wait, let me just make sure. I've got the list somewhere. Okay, the list is here. Yeah, EDG are listed on the list because their team's better than RNG. That's the only reason they're there. But I'm not gonna allow. Maybe actually, I probably would allow RNG because they don't have Uzi. But I don't think RNG are gonna win it. Yeah, EDG do count on that list because EDG are a good org and they're gonna win stuff. Okay, they might torture their fans every season, but they win.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for them this time. I mean, seeing as I watched the BLG series pretty closely and I liked what I saw, I'm just gonna root for BLG a little bit.
Okay, we've got
Maybe they can go
BLG going far in the LPL playoffs. Now, I wouldn't be opposed to a BLG playoff run. When they had Kuro, they did that, and they did that very well and nicely, and I believe they beat IG, and it really annoyed me. But they also did that a little bit similar last season. Fofo and Meteor in the jungle mid was so delightful to watch. And then in the summer, Fofo said, I don't like you. I'm not doing this anymore. And he just became just a terrible mid laner, and I don't really know what happened. But now he's on Rare Atom, and they picked up some other players, so they'll be fine. And BLG have a really interesting jersey, which is something we'll get onto later. But I can see it right now. It's a very, very interesting jersey, and I have some interesting takes for these. But okay, I think we've talked about our funniest moments and stuff already this week, but I wanted to get your funniest moment of It's not a week, but of this short period of LPL League of Legends. Because there is a few that we haven't mentioned that we have spoke about, and I know you've got them, but you can go for the Baron if you really want to, but I want to hear some other points, just some honorable mentions that you've seen.
I think the funniest moment. I mean, I think I got a clip of this. I mean, I cut a clip just from that moment where Jackie Love just went and said, "Cannonball, I'm going in." Pressing R on Kaisa just to kill one guy and then get one shot in like half a second. Uh, that's that was just the LPL AD carry mindset encapsulated
I
in
mean,
one play.
did you see? Did you happen to catch the WE game today?
I mean, yeah, that was also
Yeah,
Joe going
Joe Ming,
absolutely crazy.
he did exactly that on Kaiser. Oh no, Ruler did that. I think. I'm thinking of Joe Ming on Samira when he flashes on the tower and he still doesn't get the kill, and he's just walking away like, oh shit, oh crap, I'm gonna die. Oh no, But I mean, Ruler did exactly the same thing as Jackie Love. But he managed to pop whoever he wanted to pop, and they still won the game. But that's Ruler. Ruler does Ruler things. But Joe Meng and Jackie Love, I think they're of the same breed of ADC. They will just, I mean, Jackie Love's more mature now, but they will both just go in and say, I'm killing everyone, and just not do anything. And he'd be like, yeah, that checks out. That's a world class talent right there. That's how we play it in the LPL. If you're not going in, what are you doing? But, okay.
LPL is just fun to watch when Kaisa is meta. That's the truth.
You are not wrong there, my friend. Now, I might have to ask you real quick to pull up the LPL schedule until next Wednesday because we have to do predictions. Now, I don't have a graphic ready for this because I was going to wait till next week to do it because I need to explain the rules. So, this prediction segment, it is very well suggested by one of my good friends. I believe it was Enix. Basically, what happens here is... That looks weird. Okay, no, they just haven't updated that. Okay, good. So basically what happens here is we're going to predict 5 games. We're going to be awarded points based on the games we predict. No, wait. Based on the result that happens. So if you predict a 2-1 and the match is a 2-0, you get 1 point for the correct decision of who wins. If it's 2-1 and 2-1, you get 2 points because you got the exact correct prediction. You get 0 if you get it wrong. So, we're going to pick 5 games from the LPL schedule. Now, I'm thinking we can pick 1 from each day. I don't want to pick IG because I don't want to bet on IG ever again. Because last time I did that, I had to shave my head. So, that is something. And the whole point is, the guest score is going to accumulate over the season against my score. Now, I'm hosting this show as someone that watches the LPL religiously. This is a joke for me, and I am the gatekeeper to it all. I'm not really. All jokes, but like I watch a lot of LPL and I try to understand. I think I understand it a bit more than other people, which sounds really egotistical. But if I'm not watching the LPL, then what am I doing in my life? But the whole point is, can the guests beat me? So Dabis, your max score will be 10. My max score will be 10, and you're gonna set it up for like you're the opener. You're the opening day of the season. You're the Burnley away. It's a difficult game for me. So. Our first game, I'm going to pick it straight away. Suning versus RNG. Now, I'm going to write it down on the back of this piece of paper in front of me. What you say and what I say. There's my pen. I'm going to write down what I say first, so you can see me write it down so I don't change my answer. But you can go off on whatever you want, try to analyze the situation, or just go for a random prediction.
Okay, assuming RNG.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed with Wei in the RNG series. And at the same time, Suning did win against TES 2-0, but it was, I don't know, to me it felt like more of a stop hitting yourself situation.
It was more of a TES lost that one and Suning didn't win that one.
I'm gonna be a old team loyalist, and I'm gonna say RNG wins this one.
Oh,
2-1. Let's say 2-1.
2-1. So you've gone different from me. I've gone for Suning 2-1 because I saw a lot in that series that I think Bin, Angel, and Huanfang have matured so much in the past year. Bin in the past 6 months, like he has become a star. He is so good, and I love watching him play. And then Huanfang, I expected him and On. I missed the name Owo, but Snong, as we were joking about it earlier. The support for Suning, it was unexpected. It was like, okay. Huanfang's got a new support here, and now Huanfang is the veteran in the bot lane. Yes, I know Owo's been on he was on the team last season, but I don't believe he played at all. And they lost Soda, and their whole coaching staff just got jagged by everyone else. Like they're just gone. So they got new coaches, they got a new support. Yes, the core ish is still the same, but like you still gotta figure it out. And yes, On didn't look incredible. He looked okay. He looked serviceable. But so did Joel, the new really hyped up support for TES, who again looked pretty good today. But TES, or was it yesterday? But TES just fell flat on their face. And it's the joke that I like to make. Yuyanja was the problem. Now, okay, that's talking bad about Zhou, but Zhou, like, obviously Zhou isn't like, that's kind of rude to talk about him like that because he is still very young. But it's like, yeah, TES are having a lot of issues, and then they can't this season. They cannot pull a Jackie Love out of the bag. But Suning, like, they looked very good in that series. They looked very good. Huanfang, incredible. He was just mad. I think he wanted to beat his veteran XIG bot laner up. And Knight was probably the best part of TS in that Suning series. And I don't think we've seen Suning since, which is pretty cool because that's the only we get to do a one series analysis of how good a team is. But yeah, you've gone for a 1-2. I've gone for a 2-1 because I just think Angel is the better mid laner. Bin is the better top laner, and SOFM is just going to be in Waze Raptors every 3 minutes when the spawn timer is up. But the next game I have here, now, it was on the wheel. The wheel decided to fade, and we didn't get to watch this game. But it's Rogue Warriors versus E-Star. Now, I don't know if I think you've probably watched Rogue Warriors, but I don't know if the fans have watched Rogue Warriors. Well, Rogue Warriors are a bit of a story dog. They are changing their name at some point, or they are owned by AHQ now. So you will see on their nice jerseys AHQ, who have now left LMS or PCS now as it's called, and they probably will be joining LPL. Well, they have joined. They're on the jersey, but they went through an insane rebuild. They literally said, "Everyone, you're gone. We're building around Harrow," and they've looked okay. They just look like Rogue Warriors did last season. They look okay until a certain point when someone makes a call and they all die at Baron. And it's like, oh no, what do we do? And they go crazy. But Chocho has looked good for them coming over from TES. The ADC, they've been hyping him up, and people have been saying, oh, this guy's really good. He's a really good youngster. Still yet to see him go off, but he's been okay. The mid laner, my mind is going blank with this Rogue Warriors team. I just remember them playing pretty well, and I'm just there to watch Harrow. Really, I just love Harrow. E-Star, we already spoke about E-Star, but Dabis, I'm gonna write down my prediction. Now, what are you gonna give?
I think it's a 2-0 for Rogue Warriors.
Oh, we've gone the same.
Yeah, RW, they did put up a fight against World Elite, and that means something. The Baron call was unlucky.
It happens.
MPL happens. Sometimes you just make a Baron call, you commit to it, and you eat crow right afterwards. And it looks pretty bad. But yeah, I think pound for pound right now we're just better.
Okay, so we basically just analyzed the same points together, but now, is there okay? I gotta think. Is there a game that you really want to watch this week? Like, I think there's one that's sticking out because that is gonna be our next one. It's the match of the week, I believe, that LPL are marketing as the match of the week.
Yeah.
FPX versus EDG. It's the return of the king versus the old kings of the lands.
Kings.
The kings versus the kings. The veteran orgs versus the veteran players. I see my friend Big Wally in chat. Any Naguri fans? Naguri fans are right here. I'm gonna say it out loud. It's gonna be a 2-1 FPX because top diff is a big thing, and I'm a fan of Flandre, but Naguri is something else. This guy has come to the LPL and said, "Hey, buddy, this is my league. Deal with it." And it's scary. And TN looks back. LWX. I don't know where this LWX. This was better than the guy that was at Worlds. Yes, it's one series, but I don't care. I'm hyping. If you don't hype off the one series, you're stupid. You gotta go crazy. Go wild. And Crisp, I can't bet against Crisp. I love Mako. I love Viper. Now Viper wasn't Hammer. Viper, my friend. Don't take it personally, but Crisp and LWX, they're just gonna. Whew. But I don't know what you're gonna say, Dabis. You could be the same as me, but this could split the tie. So, well, actually, no, the first game split the tie.
I'm gonna be a bit bolder on this one. I'm gonna say FPX sweeps this one.
An FPX sweep. Okay.
2-0.
A 2-0. That's in a game of the week. That's a big thing. If EDG gets swept, that's gonna be very rude, and the fans are not gonna like it because they were a good team. But that could mean we get to finally see Clearlove. Now, do you think Clearlove will play this game, or do you think he's just gonna be chilling on the bench again?
I don't know what EDG's trying to do with their junglers. I guess the OMG game, maybe they thought it's not as important, and from what we've scrimmed against, maybe that was their decision. Just give JJ some more time.
Give JJ
and then
some more
Claire
time.
Love can get ready for the big game.
The big one. The big one against LNG. Okay, so we've got 2 more to go. I know it's getting a bit long, but LNG versus Thunder Talk Gaming. The game that is going to be observed by the next guest, and we're going to predict on it. I have a 2-0 for LNG. Not because I don't think Thunder Talk are a bad team, it's just that Icon Tarzan. And they also got Arla, or was called Natural. He signed with them, and he should be available for this game. He wasn't available today, and Miyuka got shown Light and Awandi. I think that bot lane's terrible, but every time I say they're terrible, they just do something, and I'm like, wow, I should stop talking. My opinions are false. I'm just stupid in general.
Yeah, I think it's Thunder Talk are another team that was, from what I've watched, opinions of other people, they're projected to be one of the worst teams in the league just because, they are in a bit of a pickle when it comes to the squad compared to like some of the big names in the LPL. LNG 2-0, I think it's quite simple in this one.
Okay, and that final one, we're going to go for a second EDG game. We're going for an LGD versus EDG game. Now, I have a bit of a bold prediction for this one, but I'll let you go first. What do you... it could...
We haven't seen LGD play yet.
Nope, and that's why... We're going to see... You'll see them against Victory 5 before the FPX EDG game. That's when... But... I'm making you decide about seeing them play once.
Yeah, the problem here is
You have no idea.
These are players that wait, this guy's 18 years old. Yeah, this is this is LGD basically rebuilding as well. They have Uniboy from ECS. That's quite interesting.
Yes. And they also have Garvey, my boy, the top lane god. that deserves more game time. I'll wait for your prediction, then I'll say mine. I think it's obvious what I've gone for the way I'm talking, and the fact that they have Uniboy and Garvey, two of my favorite players in the world, just to watch. But if you're struggling, I'll throw mine out there.
I'm gonna go EDG 2-1.
EDG 2-1. So we started out 2-1, 1-2. We went 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. And now we've gone 2-1, 1-2 because I've gone for an LGD win in 3 because I think Uniboy and Garvey are going to do some magic. I think Kramer's going to be like, hey, Viper, you know about veteran Korean ADCs? We're bad, but against you, I'm good. And he's just going to become good for a game, and then he's going to go back to crap. But that's our predictions. So, just summarize, I did it really quickly there, but for the people that have just joined, I can see you in chat. You're asking what teams are playing next. I don't know who's playing next because I don't have the schedule. This game's tomorrow. We're going for the.
I'm looking at Leaguepedia.
We're going for the Suning versus RNG game. I've gone for 2-1. Dabis has gone for 1-2. Rogue Warriors versus E-Star. It's 2-0 for me. It's 2-0 for Dabis. FPX versus EDG. I've gone 2-1 FPX. Dabis went for 2-0 FPX. LNG versus Thunder Talk Gaming. I'm going to keep calling them Thunder Talk. It's 2-0 apiece. We're going even on that. And LGD versus EDG. It's 2-1, 1-2. Obviously, you just heard the conversation. And yeah, that's how it's rolling. That's how it be. I'm going to win because I've got all these predictions 100% correct. I'm going to end this week in 10 points. You can clip this and I don't care because I'm getting 10 points. I know it. I just know it in my veins. EDG are going to throw. I just know it. But moving on. Now, we have a fun segment here. We're going back to the tier list wheel set layout. I'm gonna add Dabis in while I explain what's about to happen here, because I need to capture a window because we didn't do this earlier, and this is like scuffed and it's off the cuff, and it happens. And here you go. You can see my Discord. I don't care. I'm not scared of any leaks or anything, but you know, that's cool. We are doing a jersey tier list. Now, you can see on the screen, there is a tier list. I don't know if Dabis can see it just yet, because I will need to stream it for him personally. I'm pressing the wrong button here. I am literally like a young boomer, as you could say. I need to make this a bit smaller. Go like this.
Well, actually, wait. I think I have all of the. I can see all of the rosters because.
Oh yeah, you can see it on the thingy. On Leaguepedia.
No, I just have a tweet that I saved.
Ah.
It's basically all of, all the rosters and all the jerseys. I don't know if it's 100% accurate or recent. I think it is.
Yeah, they should be. If it's the one that I sent in our Discord, then it is, because that's where I got all these images from. But we're gonna be
okay.
We're gonna go from the order that I can see it on the screen. So you're probably gonna do a little bit of scrolling, a little bit of running down, and finding out who did what, who was what. If you just give me a moment, and we can start this right now. The first one I see is one I was talking about earlier. BLG. Interesting jersey, going for the blue and pink. Now, on stream, you can't really see it that well. Like, you can see the pinks here, you can see the bit of blue. But it's a very interesting design. To me, I like it. I don't know why, I just like it. But I'm not going to say where I want to put it, but I'll let you talk if you have anything about this jersey. I must say, Nike also have done a very good job with most of the jerseys this season. There's a lot more uniqueness instead of you all doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't. I mean, it's not bad per se, but just having one design on every jersey was quite. It wasn't very interesting. Yeah. So this is a nice change. I think BLG's jersey is good. I actually like this one a lot.
Oh,
The pink accents go nicely against this shade of blue. You know, it's not cluttered. Pink is just pink is solid.
it's solid.
It's
So
really solid.
that's like a when I hear solid about a jersey. So being a
I mean,
football connoisseur myself and a jersey connoisseur.
do you have negative connotations with the word solid?
No,
Like,
no,
does
no, no,
solid
no,
mean
no, no, no. It's just when I think solid, I think of just like that's a kit you have and it could last you a lifetime. BLG is more experimental to me, and that's what makes it interesting because it could be crap or it could be good, and but I get it. Solid. It's a solid jersey. It's not bad, and there are some bits I would have changed. The pink in the top and the right shoulder would have been it's a bit too angular for me, but that's how the jersey design went, and it's the same as TS in the base design. But I think a B to start for BLG is pretty good, and I think that is a nice place to put. I can't actually tell who's the player in the picture that I have here. But now we move on to FPX. Now I've seen our friend Dave in chat already say FPX clean. This jersey is incredible. I love this jersey. Now, I don't know if you like this jersey because we could be at very different.
wait, FPX?
FPX. I'm a big fan of this jersey.
Oh no.
Are you not a fan? We have
Uh,
we have to go for a middle ground here, but I mean, I'm willing to bend the knee to whatever you say because I've invited you on this show. But I really like the FPX jersey. But I think it's also because I really like the players wearing it. It looks good on the players. Oh, Dabis, you're getting support in. I'm willing to bend the knee for S. Okay, we have a fight in the chat as well. Uh-oh.
yeah, honestly, just feels tacky to me, especially when the FPX logo kind of blends in with everything else.
Mm.
That just it just creates another like.
So, are you saying D tier or C tier?
I don't know if it's D. Like, actually,
I have a rule when I make tier lists.
I guess D is the lowest. I
yeah.
guess.
If we have I make a rule when I do tier list. We have to have at least one in everything. So one of these jerseys has to. We can decide it later, but one of these jerseys has to go in D tier. And honestly, I have my candidate.
Oh wait, I have one. But
I have my
actually,
candidate. This list that I want to go in D tier because it's disgusting. But we'll put FPX in C tier for now. We can change this later. We can move BLG around as well. RNG. Now on the stream, you can't see it. You just can't see it that well. Because I'm not a nice person. I don't want you guys to see it. Now, the black and gold, I'm a big fan of. But the things they've done with like the shoulders, the like on the front, I don't like, and it bothers me. I don't know why. It's like weird snakeskin like effect, but it's like only happens a little bit, and then it decides, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. And I'm kind of just like, what the hell is this? They've gone to be royal, and they've not been royal enough.
yeah, I think it's they could have done more with the gold effects. I like the insignia on the bottom right of the shirt. I think that looks cool. Yeah, it's not terrible, but at the same time, it's not really doesn't really awake anything in me, you
No,
know?
it makes me a bit of a yawn when I look at it. And to me, that's a D tier jersey because I don't. It's not like a B tier jersey to me. Oh no, a C tier. Sorry, I have it in the wrong. I have the wrong one. So a B tier jersey to me is solid, where it's like, okay, I would wear that and I like to look at it. A C tier jersey is like I look at that and I'm like, what the hell is this? It's not like, oh, it's disgusting. It's just like, what are you trying to achieve? What's the goal here? What is the thing you want to do with your C tier jersey? And that's where I want to put RNG, and I'm gonna put them there now. Obviously this can change, but now we move on to E star. Now, personally, to me, this is the first A tier jersey. I love this jersey. This blue space design it's different. It can come off really tacky. I remember Real Madrid, if anyone watches football in chat, had a design like this for an Adidas shirt, and to me, it looked disgusting. It didn't look the best. Only on FIFA. It looked good on FIFA, but that's because of the design. It like cut off randomly at points and like flipped. It was really weird. Whereas this one, I look at it and I think it's just because of the Nike logo. Because I'm just I'm just in capitalism. I am a Nike fan account. Looking at this, I'm like, oh, I love this jersey. And seeing it on stage, I was like, oh, I love it even more. But shame it's for Easter. But it works with their. It's like they've taken the name Easter star and they've gone, let's put a galaxy and have the star at the center. Bang, they've just won. It's also very simple. It is literally just a space design on a shirt. It's not like BLG with like 20 different shades of blue.
Yeah, I think. Wait, let me see.
Gotta-
I like this one. Might like this one the most actually, but I'm just. Oh wait, there's.
Seems cozy.
There's this one too, which I like. I mean, let's settle for A. I suppose. I think this is an A.
It is an
Easy
A. Okay, now we're on to 3 basically the same jerseys, but 2 of them have different colors. Thunder Talk Gaming, Rare Atom, and IG. Now, Thunder Talk Gaming has like I believe like a little pattern change on the jersey. IG have a pattern change on the jersey. You just can't see it until it's on screen. It's kind of what they did with the 2019 Worlds jersey, but it's very lighter. There's little tones of grey that like suggest the IG Angel Wings, which is a big thing. But IG's third away. So Thunder Talk Gaming, kind of similar. The collar is very interesting to me. It's a B tier for me. That and Red Atom, they are very basic jerseys, but they look good. They get the job done, and they're just very nice to look at. And you look at it, and you're like, yeah, like what the hell do you do with Thunder? Okay, Thunder Talk Gaming, you probably know, but you probably don't have a lot of time. You can't do Thunder things at that short of time. Rare Atom, what can you do for Rare Atom right now? Because they just changed from Vici. Because I believe they had their pictures in the Vici jerseys. I'm not sure, but yeah, they changed up pretty quick. But those 2 jerseys, I'm a fan of, and I really like the collar. Like on the Rare Atom jersey, I don't know why. It's just a really interesting collar. It's different from everything else. I just looked at it and was like, I think the team's logo adds a lot to the jersey. Like they're not annoying logos to do stuff with. They're actually just really good logos.
Yeah, I think I like Rare Atoms more than I do Thunder Talks.
Yeah, I'm the same with that.
When we put one and the other together.
I think we can put Rare Atom in B because we like the logo more than Thunder Talk.
I just wish there was more to these than just plain white.
Yeah, I'm gonna put I'll put both of them in B, but we can switch them a bit later on. Now we'll move on to IG. Now IG is an S tier jersey because it's not just a plain white jersey with a black logo. It has stuff to it, and also Rookie is the model in the picture. There's no argument here. IG is okay. IG in my opinion is less. If it's less than A, you're trolling because this jersey is just always nice. It's always nice. Like even when they have like a little bit of design, the design's not like FPX. We're trying to be a phoenix. It's literally just this low key change of off white, bit of grey, and we're having a little bit of change, and it's always a nice jersey to look at. And also the star in the middle isn't like the FPX has a star in the middle just above the logo, but you can't tell because there's so much going on. And like I love the FPX jersey, but obviously the star. Whereas the IG one, you see the star, you see the logos, you see everything, and it's like this is very nice. And the icon on the bottom right or on the bottom left, like the bottom of the jersey, really cool as well.
Yeah, I think this is just a complete package. I don't think there's anything wrong with this one. Like, if you zoom in, you can see the little accents with wings that they put in.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see that.
It's really good. It just makes me happy. And
yeah, this is just.
I love it.
I'll slide
IG into A tier to move to S tier because
I think you can put it in S.
oh, you
Actually,
could put it
yeah,
in
I think
S.
S.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was being humble, but yeah, we'll put it in S because IG's the best, baby. Okay, the next one. It's modeled by the model of the LPL icon, LNG. This is a very interesting jersey, and it's a similar design to a jersey that comes later that is probably my other S tier jersey. But LNG's jersey, I don't know. I actually really like this jersey. It works well with the logo, the blue and the blue, and it's like I don't think there's a little bits of pink on the jersey. These white like little scratches, very nice. I think it's an A tier jersey, honestly.
there's a lot going on with this one,
I
but I guess it fits when you consider the logo. I think it's yeah. The outline is the triangle for the logo, so they went with triangles
mhm.
for the t-shirt overall as well.
They played it smart, and I think they played it very well. Now we can go B tier, we can go A tier. This all well depending on what you want to say, because I want to put it in A tier. So if you say C tier, it's going B tier. If you say D tier, it's going probably
I think
C
I
tier.
would go B personally.
B, okay, we'll put it in B because it's kind of majority. We'll put it next to BLG right there. The next one, OMG. When I first saw this jersey on Twitter, I was like, not for me. I saw it on stage. I was like, okay, it's kind of okay. But it's still kind of okay. It's a C tier for me because you can't do much with the OMG logo. But what they did, it just doesn't feel nice. It doesn't. It's really weird. It has this cross diag like the 45-degree angle like lines that have like white smoke on them. It just feels like someone vaped onto a jersey a little bit, and it's like ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think it would just be better if they didn't make it look like fake dirty, you know?
Yeah.
Just let go of the white. Just just have this design that you're going for with the diagonal lines, but don't splatter white paint on this, man.
Yeah,
It would just look better with less white. That's what I think.
yeah. The thing is, I don't think it's D tier because it's an okay
Yeah, yeah.
jersey. I think it's C tier. I think it goes next to RNG because the next one, the Suning jersey, it's going S tier. I hate this jersey. It's disgusting.
Wait, S you hate it and it's S tier?
D tier, D tier, D tier. Suning's S. Sorry, my apologies. I really hate this jersey. It's so ugly. Like, okay, I get it. Suning's an orange lion with a blue name. But why is the jersey blue and then it's like weird like orange like warning stripes? It's like I don't know. It's what's it called? There's like workers in the UK that wear like blue and orange. I think they're builders. It looks really similar to that. And it really disappoints me. We could have had okay, you look at the rest of the jerseys. We've got black, we've got white, we've got a lot of blue jerseys, we've got a few red. We don't have an orange jersey.
Yeah, there's no orange.
Imagine Suning is like the only one that works for orange. Imagine you had an orange jersey. Like you could have gone wild with an orange jersey. I don't know. Like just do an orange shirt with the logo in it. It works. But no,
Yeah, I think that would just look better than this.
we're going for the angled lines like OMG, but we're adding like weird orange accents at the bottom. Like, huh? What? No. D tier. It's going D tier for me. I just don't like this jersey at all, and I hate that I have to watch it with home fan. Is there any opposition to that, or we just got in D tier? I mean, we have to put one in each. I think that's the only.
I wouldn't be as harsh, maybe, but you can put a D.
I mean, I don't think there's any over here that I want to put in D tier. Now, I think we're gonna have a controversial one in a second, and another one in a moment because I think I know your opinion on this jersey, and I'll let you go for it. But before that, V5. Now, V5's jersey isn't just a plain black shirt with a gold logo. It has a little white thing, like white dots on it, or something. It's a serviceable jersey. It's a B tier.
It's purple. This looks like purple.
Wait, is it purple? I
Yeah,
can't.
we're going for like royalty theme. This is purple.
It's really deep purple, which is good because I can't tell on this picture. And I've only seen him play once, so it hasn't stuck with me yet. and also most of them wore the Nike jacket, so I can't actually see the jersey. But I really like it, even with a royal purple. I still really like purple and gold's always a nice combination if it's a good purple, and a deep purple or quite dark purple is very nice. And honestly, it's a it's a B tier for me. It's a serviceable jersey. It's better than TT's. It's probably better than Rare Atom. I would probably say it's better than BLG in my opinion.
Yeah, I think B is fair. I mean, there's a lot of things that this jersey does right. Like there's purple accents, but there's not enough so that it doesn't become like overbearing.
There's no
Because with a lot more purple, this would just look bad, most likely. And then I also like the bottom left, like the insignia that they have going on.
and it's also
cool.
it also doesn't have white stains on it like OMG.
Yeah, this just does the this is just the RNG look, but better.
Exactly.
That's pretty much my thoughts on
And
this.
Victory 5 are more royal than RNG these days anyway. But now, okay, this is the jersey that I think this is the jersey you hate the most. The LGD jersey.
Oh, wait. No,
okay, it's not. Okay. Okay, is it JDG then? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, or TES. Actually, there's two more. But okay, LGD. What's your opinion on LGD's jersey?
Whew.
I like it.
It's bold.
It's one of those bold jerseys.
I don't hate it.
It seems it feels like something. It feels like something that PSG would wear, like, which is quite interesting. Like when I say that, I mean like PSG usually wear like quite fancy jerseys. Like they go for a bit bold and like less fancy. Like and to be fair, they're like it matches their colors. It would be really interesting if PSG wore a jersey like this. Mbappe running down the gold with the for anyone in chat, the V5 has purple in it as well. It's B tier because it just does the job. It's a good jersey. It's not like it's not an E-Star. It's not an Invictus Gaming. Honestly, I would put this LGD in A because it's actually such a really nice jersey. I really like it.
I just know what this reminds me of. This reminds me of France's national team kit from 2006.
Wait, that's
like the away kit.
That's exact. That's why I keep thinking of PSG because of France immediately, and also PSG and LGD are together in Dota. Come on, give us it. Give us the PSG LGD collab. I think this goes an A tier. It's a bold jersey, and it's you could say this FPX and E-Star are the most unique jerseys because they all have unique designs. Like the Suning and OMG have the similar line design. FPX have this crazy Phoenix. RNG, WE, TES still have this similar like shoulder like box thing. The simple ones they've got similar ones, but like LGD, E-Star, and Suning and FPX all have very unique jerseys, like very unique. And I think LGD's is probably one of the uniquest in this whole league, and it's just really nice to look at. As we now move on to a classic, the beautiful black and red of EDG. Now I really like this jersey just because it's just simple. Just cause it's just one of those where it gets the job done, and it doesn't do too much. It doesn't stay too long. He kisses your mom's hand and says goodnight to her. He'll probably wash the dishes when he leaves. He's just a really nice guy, and I really like this EDG jersey. It's just beautiful. I don't think it's S tier because I think IG is the only team that gets an S tier. Maybe there's one more, but it's not this. I think this is an A tier for me. And if there's any,
this is just really good.
Now
I think this is an easy A as well. I mean, the red accents like this shade of red works really well with the black. I just wish EDG had a logo that wasn't just
EDG. I mean, OMG have like OMG in their logo, but yeah,
it's starting to look a bit awkward at this point.
I like it. To be fair, it's better than. To be fair, this is better than the RA logo, but I really like the RA logo as well. It's just funny. We now go on to a very nice red jersey, WE, which I think's a B. Just because it's simple, it's nice and stuff, but it's not something that I look at and I'm like, yeah, I want to wear that. It's like, I like that. It's cool. But the WE jersey is actually really nice this season.
Yeah, I like this as well. But I can't put it higher than B. I mean, higher than A. Sorry, higher than B. What am I saying? Yes,
Higher than
B,
B.
B, B.
B.
Because, like, I feel like there's too much going on with the pattern that they went for. Like, if they just settled for one type of red, I feel like this would just be a better jersey.
Mm. I do like the two tones of red, but I don't like it on this kind of design. Like, because it cuts off at weird points and stuff. It just does weird things. And I think that's what stops it from going above B. Like, the two reds they picked are really nice, but you gotta go a little less crazy. And now we got the final three now. Now we go on to the one that I think is the other S tier jersey in the LPL. Rogue Warriors. This black jersey with some grey little, it's like grey, like I can't, it's like light grey stripes, and the red logo. It just looks good. It's so nice to look at. I'm a big fan of this. It's so beautiful. Yes, Enix.
It's funny because I think this would look better without the lines, that represent the triangle. Even then,
I think then it's still S tier. Like I'm just an S tier fanboy of this jersey. Also with the AHQ logo on the left. Oh, beautiful.
yeah, that works. I mean, I'm not as hot on this one. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think it's S.
So
I think it's B.
you think it's B? So I'm saying S. You're saying B. So A is a fair point to put it because we both have difference of opinion. So I'll put it in A. We can change this after. I have an S. So I put it in A. Don't worry. So the last two, JDG and TES. JDG first. What's your opinion on JDG's jersey?
Wait, JDG. Let me find JDG.
I'm personally not that much of a fan of it. It's a bit weird. Just a little bit weird. It's trying to do something, and I don't really like it. But it's better than what they had last season. The Wagyu beef jersey with the bright, like, beef colored jersey. It's better than that. We can say that at least.
Those are the same pluses you can see on Victory 5's shirt.
Yeah.
We're just, instead of purple, we're now yellow. And I feel like they just take up too much space in here. Just get rid of that. Then you would have a better jersey. I don't think this is necessary.
Mm-hmm. I think this goes into C tier.
Yeah. I don't like the pluses at all. This is like...
It's also the color of it.
Just doesn't fit.
Like, the Victory 5 one's purple, and it's that royal purple, and it just looks good with the gold, whereas the JDG one, it's kind of like, I'm sorry, JDG, if you're watching. I know you've interacted with me a lot on Twitter, but your jersey's just not that nice this season. But if you're willing to send me one, I'm willing to take it. That's the same for anyone in this list. If anyone's watching, if anyone's out there, please give me jersey. I want jersey. Now, the final one.
It's nice that this is the last one.
The final one.
Because I have a strong opinion on this one.
I will let you speak because I genuinely have no opinion of this jersey. I don't like it. I don't think it's disgusting. I don't think it's good. I don't know. I don't think of it.
God, this is horrible. This is so bad. Like, why, dude? Like, first of all, the colors clashing, like this weird brown thing and the red, like all just mushed up together in one place. And then the TES logo just blending in there so that you can barely see it in the center of a shirt. It's just a whole ass mess, man. This is the worst one easily. I hate it. I genuinely hate this one. It's bad.
You hate this jersey, and I'm gonna put it in D tier just for that because I argued I hated Suning and I dropped it into D tier. You hate TS, we drop it into D tier. Now, just gonna make sure this list's okay. So S tier we only have Invictus Gaming. In A tier we have E-Star, LGD, EDG, and Rogue Warriors. Now I want to put Rogue Warriors in S. I don't know if you want to put any of them into S, but that's the only one I would change from those two. B, we have LNG, V5, WE, BLG, Rare Atom, and Thunder Talk Gaming. I don't think any of them change. I think Rogue Warriors is still deserving of this. I agree with chat on this one. C, FPX, RNG, OMG, JDG, just okay. And S tier, yeah, those two dumpster jerseys. Don't want to mention them. And as you know, what's funny? They were the best performing LPL teams at Worlds, and they have the crappiest jersey. JDG also. Why do you have the worst? Why do you have one of the worst jerseys? And FPX, like 4 of like our top teams have got crap jerseys. IG is carrying this league on with just athletics alone.
Maybe I'll warm up to World Warriors jersey. Like if there was one that I would bump up to S, it's either them or E-Star.
Them or E-Star? I'm not. I couldn't put E-Star. I have to put. I'm just so much of a fan of Rogue Warriors. And with that, I get your permission to put it into an S tier. I'm happy. We have Harrow and Rookie in S tier, and Jackie Love and Angel in D tier. How do you feel, LPL fans? Your favorite players are the worst players in the league. I'm joking. But yeah, that's our list. That's our tier list. If you oppose, please let me know. But I'm not going to listen because I don't care. This is my list, or mine and Dabis is this.
Yeah, I just have one strong opinion about TES. The moment I saw that one, I was like, nah.
It's not.
Nope.
It's not a fun jersey to view, which makes sense because TS is an interesting jersey. They tried stuff and it didn't work, and that happens sometimes when you do jerseys. You try and you fail because that's what you're built to do. Fail. As I flame TS one last time. As that kind of brings us to the end of the show today. The ending was the tier list of the jerseys and doing some things. But so are you going to be watching any more LPL this week? How was your first experience into the LPL?
Yeah, I think from the first day onwards, I really tried to watch pretty much everything there is to watch just to have a general idea of how everyone's doing. Unfortunately, I missed today. I watched some highlights though, and Jesus, WE's team fighting is something else. Like they go hard.
Mm-hmm.
They go absolutely hard.
And that's
and also IG, Mishai picked some ranged top laners this time, as he always does, and didn't land it. Just didn't land it. Vayne top, I don't know if this is the play.
Yeah,
but
the problem is with the draft, we couldn't see the order of the draft because the WE series went over the scheduled time. So what happened was because they're playing LNG are playing IG in Suzhou, or LNG's like home city, the thing just goes ahead. So there's like another stream and they'll just put on the other stream. So I can't tell you the order in which they picked Karma top, and I can't tell you in which the order they picked the Vayne top because I haven't seen it. I've been looking on Twitter, and the only person that I've seen, they didn't tweet the actual drafts out and the orders, which is really annoying because I really wanted to see those drafts. But that's what happens with the LPL, and honestly, I think it's a. I was gonna ask for your opinion on this. How do you feel about home cities and stuff like that in the LPL? Like, okay, so just for a rundown for people that haven't watched the LPL, LPL has home cities. Teams are based in certain cities. Certain teams are based in certain cities. Most of the teams are based in Shanghai. IG is one of them. So you'll see when you see them play like JDG or RNG, you'll see Beijing, which is Beijing RNG, Beijing JDG. They play in Beijing. That's their home area. WE are Xi'an. V5 are now Shenzhen. LNG are Suzhou. LGD are Hangzhou. And OMG are Chengdu, I believe. So if you see those in front of the team names, don't worry, they didn't rebrand. It's just because that's their city. And EDG are Shanghai because they are building their place in Shanghai, but they're not Shanghai yet because everyone else is in Shanghai. So if your favorite team doesn't have a city, they're in Shanghai. That's their home city. But What's your opinions of this? Because I had a really good conversation with CJ Shaw. Shout out him if he's around. About things and if that could happen in Europe, which we came to the conclusion it probably couldn't.
Hmm. Yeah, in Europe with the system we got going on right now in the LEC, it's quite hard. But I like the concept personally. Like when you look at Overwatch League, for example,
The
I
co-
think it created these small, really passionate bases that were just built, in this one city. Like I think especially like the New York
New
fan
York,
base comes to mind.
New York Excelsior, John Knight fans. I also think the New York Excelsior is a bit of a weird conundrum because they have arguably the best player that's ever played Overwatch playing for their team, and he's been playing for them for their whole. So he's their franchise player. So it's kind of like they should have fans. They'll have a lot of Korean fans, but also they got a lot of New York fans, which is really interesting. It's like a really weird mash in their Discord, and it's really nice to see that kind of stuff. Uh, but like yeah, talk about Overwatch League in that kind of like bracket. I remember when the first finals happened. I didn't watch Overwatch League. I didn't watch much like Overwatch. I was mainly just COD and League, and so then I got a notification: London Spitfire versus the Philadelphia Fusion. And what stuck out to me was, oh, I live in London now. This is cool. I'm gonna go watch it because it's London. And it wasn't in London. It was what I can't remember where the finals were. But I was supporting London Spitfire not because I knew anyone, but because it was London. And I was like, hell yeah, let's go, bros. We are bros. We stay together. Like that's how I was, and it was really cool. And yes, now I'm a New York Excelsior fan. Not because I hate the London Spitfire. They still hold it like a soft spot in my heart. It's just that I just love John Knack. Like I'm a big fan of their player, so I go be their fan, which has happened. And I think similar things could happen in the world of League. I don't think I think Europe's like the only place it couldn't happen because Europe is like I did this comparison. It's like LEC is like the Champions League. It's the top tier. It's the main thing, and it all encompasses whole of Europe. And then you have the regional leagues, which is like the Premier League, which and then like the Ligue 1, Bundesliga, La Liga, and that's where the talent is. And in a way, each team in the Champions League have their own team in their own regional league. Fnatic have Fnatic Rising. Excel have BT Excel. Mad Lions have is it Mad Lions? I can't remember what the is it Mad Lions Spain or something? Oh, it's G2 Spain, right? But like they have their own regional team, which is like really cool, and like those players sometimes go up. And to be fair, I haven't seen that happen much recently. Only Excel did that, but yeah, Mad Lions did that as well. Yeah, can't lie about that. But yeah, that's like what I see in Europe, and I don't think that could change because logistically, like the travel time and stuff, it's the same as China. But visa wise and going between countries in Europe can be a nightmare. And like just all that in general is just probably not good. Whereas in America, I think it could work. Now NA needs to actually just pick its viewer base better and do other things before it even thinks about doing like localized areas. But like I think it would be really good for NA if they had Los Angeles, like they had the LA Thieves, which is the COD name, but as an example, or you had wherever CLG want to like okay, you have like certain cities that would want to be on our teams. LA is one of them, New York is one of them, Florida probably. Can we put Dignitas in Florida just because Florida Man and Dignitas just work so well together? Uh, and I think there it would help viewer base. Like if someone heard, oh, the Florida, like Dignitas Florida or whatever they call the name, oh, they're playing, oh, and they're playing at World Finals. Never gonna happen, but wow, I might actually watch that, and like that's just like something that happens because just localized fan bases. Or like people, oh, I'm from Florida, I identify as Floridian. I am now gonna support the Florida teams. And I don't know if it's happened yet in the COD League. I know there's a lot of London Ravens fans in London, which is cool. But I don't watch COD League, so don't really care. But that, but like, I think that could be a really cool concept in certain countries. Europe, I don't think it could happen.
Yeah, I think. Wait, wasn't Dignitas? I think they have investments from like the owners of the 76ers, so that would be like Philly.
Yeah. Dignitas Philadelphia. Trust the process. We're going for we're going for 10 more.
I guess CLG has had like Madison Square Garden, and then TSM maybe adversely they could go for West Coast.
Mm,
So then you could have like this clash of West versus East, the classic.
that would be
But
interesting.
but then 100 Thieves, for example, also like identifies with LA a lot. So maybe you could have like the Lakers versus Clippers situation. In Overwatch, you have also two LA teams.
And the both LA teams are crap.
Well,
It didn't go well, but
happens.
they're bad. Yeah, but yeah, I think like those like intercity games are just really fun. Like in we have that in the LPL. We most of the Shanghai teams, like there's not like a rivalry between Shanghai versus Shanghai because everyone's in Shanghai. But the Beijing, it's an interesting rivalry to watch. JEG and RNG have a little bit of a rivalry because they're in the same team, the same city, and also I believe RNG. Obviously, believe RNG WE also have a rivalry because Xi'an and Beijing, they're just historical cities in China. So it's kind of like the people from each city kind of really like their city, so they're like, yeah, just screw the other guy. I like this team now, and like I think there's a little bit of a rivalry going on there. And I just think that all that is just really good for just fan base. And yeah, there are negative sides to rivalry. We know that happens. Bad things happen. But not everyone's a bad person, and not everyone's going to cause havoc because we're all not hoodlums and hooligans. But I really like, I think it's interesting to think of like how these rivalries happen. Like going back to Europe and the LEC, Fnatic and XL are both the UK orgs in LEC. I didn't know Fnatic were UK until someone told me. Now, which sounds really stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that way because the CS:GO team is like
But it doesn't.
mostly Scandinavian
But
players.
the team doesn't feel like they're owned by Bruffs. They're operated by Bruffs, I think. But I don't know their Bruffs. Like they market themselves as UK in a weird way. Like it never said was XL were like, hey, we're London and we're proud. We're staying in London and we fly to Europe every week. Like that's what they were doing, and it's like cool, yo, this is my localized team. But actually Fnatic were the local team, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell, which is really peculiar. But it's also like I didn't know G2 were actually Spanish until I actually read about G2. But that's also just me being ignorant and not understanding that Carlos is Spanish, and of course they'd be Spanish. But yeah, I didn't know about Fnatic being UK, which is a really weird thing. And they don't market themselves as the UK team, which would pay for a pretty fun rivalry between Fnatic and XL. The two UK teams going at it against each other, like, but no one wants to do that, and it's sad. I also think we should have more Eastern European teams. I want to see Poland versus Slovakia. That would be a very funny game, or something like that.
Yeah, the level of investment is just not comparable right now.
Yeah, I also think that at some point Riot need to consider a World Cup where we have Team Korea versus Team China, Team UK, Team Germany, Team Denmark, Team NA. Like, wouldn't that be just fun to watch? In like, for one season every 4 years, they drop All Star. All Star doesn't happen. You have the World Cup, and it's just after Worlds or something, or it's like built. It's like they build the schedule. So it's like December to January or something. That's when the World Cup happens or something. Like that would just be really cool. Obviously, like realistically, that scheduling doesn't sound good at all. It doesn't sound like it'd happen, but the concept's there. I need to see at some point Team China versus Team Europe, or Team Denmark, because I know that Denmark team is disgusting.
Yeah, with all these players that we've seen over the years, like the fact that we haven't had a World Cup ever in the history of the game is just a missed opportunity. Like Overwatch World Cup was something that was really fun.
The Overwatch World Cup's actually just really fun to watch, and it's just really cool because you get to see the talent. But also, when I think about it, like if the UK was to have a team, say like Kedril comes out of retirement, okay, Kedril's our jungler. Then we got Alfari. Then who else have we got? Kasing? Oh god. Who's the ADC? We're going to the UKLC now. We've got ex Matty playing at the World Cup against Uzi. Like
Is Deadly? Deadly plays for.
Yeah, Deadly's good, but if you're thinking about prestige, like ex Matty's played for Fnatic for a while, so probably. But that would be funny, like just to see like just like like you're like they pick a coach from the country and they're like, okay, pick a team and we'll just take them to the World Cup. The coach picks his favorite players, so you could see Pookie style. Like it might not be a real Polish ADC, it might be Pookie style because the coach likes Pookie style or like stuff like that, and you could see like Faker versus ex Matty. Now, who would have thought about that? No flame to ex Matty, but it's just a funny concept to think that some UKLC players would go to the World Cup. But yeah, I think that discussion can be put a pin in it because I believe Riot probably spoke about that and that stuff has happened. Warring States starting ADC, damn, we've all lost. Just put him mid lane, you just win. He's broken. As the time is now 7:30. We've been going for an hour and a half, and personally, I think it's a good place to end. So, any closing thoughts, Mr. Dabis, about the LPL? Any boosted Bozo thoughts? Any weird predictions that you might say?
Have we crowned the boosted Bozo of the week?
Now, I don't know if we can crown it this week because it's been a few games.
I'll have a honorary mention here is boosted Bozo so far for me is Kennen as a champion.
Kennen as a champion? Bozo. Okay. I was gonna say maybe it's TS walking into the it's TS versus Victor. It doesn't
that's
work.
That's a close second, but yeah, Kennen is the boosted Bozo. This champion just should not be picked, but it remains picked.
Pick ban.
It hasn't won a game yet. It's extraordinary.
I believe, yeah, the boosted Bozo of the week, I think by Dabis, is Kennen. Screw you, Kennen. All my homies hate Kennen. Fuck Kennen. That's a bit...
You have junglers and AD carries picking Gale Force now. They could just dash out of your ult. Like, legit. Just like that Tyler the Creator tweet. Just press Gale Force. Close your eyes.
Just press Gale Force. Close your eyes. I think that's a great place to end the stream. Thank you for coming on, Dabis. I don't know if you'll be here next week. I don't fully know who's coming on because I do this week by week. I bring people in week by week, and if you want to see any more content that I create, or content that actually me and Dabis create, or mainly Dabis creates, I'm just putting my name on there because haha, I do things. We do UNL over at Twitch.tv Discord United Nations, and our grand finals are happening this weekend between. So we have the winners finals, the losers finals on Saturday, and the grand final on Sunday, which is the best of 5 between TSM and one team that wins on Saturday. That's produced by Dabis, and Dabis does a lot of things. I also do IG watch-alongs, which the next one will be on Sunday at, I believe it was 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Oh, p.m. Jesus Christ. 11 a.m. UK time, which will be sometime in the distant future. And I can't remember who IG are playing, but come watch me cry, and that's on this Twitch channel. And also, I stream randomly. I stream whenever I feel like it, which is probably never, because I only like streaming when I do talk shows, and that's cool. But anyway, thanks for coming on, Dabis. Thanks for talking about LPL. Thanks for joining the cult that is this league. They just it's also the gift that keeps on giving. There's so much good stuff that happens in this league, and it's really sad that it's underrated. In a way, underrated. A lot more people have started watching it, but a lot of people don't understand the nuances and the LPL Barons, and they didn't get to witness some of the favorite moments that everyone else has witnessed, such as the Shy locking in Doran's Blade on top lane. Now that is a moment you should all go back and watch. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye.